328 million people have diabetes worldwide. It is a primary cause of kidney failure and is the seventh leading cause of death. But let's not talk about death. Let's talk about living sugar-free. Diabetes is a metabolic disorder, which means it is a deficiency in the way a body digests food. What we eat is broken down into glucose, a form of sugar in blood. People use it as fuel. The body produces insulin, which is the hormone that breaks down and absorbs glucose. Diabetic bodies either don't produce insulin, called type 1 diabetes, or their cells don't respond to the insulin that is produced, called type 2 diabetes. Diabetics take insulin supplements as medication. This makes up for the lack of insulin. They also need to get plenty of exercise to keep their blood sugars at a normal level. Diabetics need to eat healthy. Carbohydrates cause blood sugars to rise, so diabetics are careful with how many carbs they digest. My Uncle Kevin has type 1 diabetes. He has had diabetes since he was 8. Since then, he has learned to live with his disease. Here is Uncle Kevin giving a depiction of his normal day.
My normal day is I get up about 6:30. I'll have probably some eggs, something like that to eat, give me good protein, but put it on a sandwich so that way I have carbohydrates, because I have to have carbohydrates to allow my body to work throughout the morning. I go to work and I'll have some sort of protein bar or peanuts and orange juice to give me some more protein and give me some more carbohydrates to allow me to get to lunch. Then I get to lunch, I'll go and have a sandwich and some vegetables. I'll have another snack, some sort of sensible dinner with chicken or fish, or normally is what I eat, and then maybe a sweet potato or something like that. I normally work out probably about I would say 5 days a week. I can tell when I don't work out for a couple days. My body utilizes the insulin a lot better, I guess is the best way of putting it, as opposed to when I don't. When I was in college, I was trying to study for a calculus exam. And one of my soccer friends he was trying to help me out. He was going through problems and I just didn't understand what he was saying. And it's kind of hard to explain when I say that you don't understand what's going on, but you don't understand anything. And he was sitting there, he was trying to explain, he could tell me that 2 and 2 equals 4, and I just wouldn't pick it up. And I just got so frustrated that I picked up the book. I mean, he had I had my calculus book in my lap. I picked it up and I just threw it. I got up and left the room, and I went to the bathroom, and that's the last thing I remember. I apparently came back into the room and was just talking gibberish, and my friend had no idea what was going on. He knew I was a diabetic and kind of figured that that's what was wrong with me, that it was something had to do with diabetes. I had 2 vials. At that time, I was taking shots, and one was NPH, which is a long-term acting insulin, and the other vial was for short-term acting insulin. And he grabbed my NPH, which is a long-term acting insulin, and took about 30 units of it and shot it into me. And my blood sugar was already low, like very low. And if he had chosen the other vial, I could have very easily died. Someone had called an ambulance, and the next thing I remember, the EMT he said, "It's okay, buddy, you're fine. We'll bring you to the hospital, you'll be good. Just go back to sleep." And I woke up in the hospital and was there for, I guess, maybe 12 hours or something like that, and my blood sugar was fine.
This is exercising, not for self-improvement, but for survival. Watching what you eat, not to slim down, but so you don't pass out behind the wheel. Every decision you make is subconsciously controlled by your disease. This is living with diabetes, living sugar free.